Take a bow, the night is over. Yeah. So, great night tonight. Played, let's see, started the music at 3 p.m. We finished at 10 o'clock. Just a great party all around. You know what I mean? Just great people. It's nice doing it for a friend too. And we had like 150 people here, probably at least. Anyway, gear review. So these are the my new speakers, upgraded from ProRec. I had the I forget what they're called, but these are the PRX915s, JBL Professional. For $800 a piece, they're excellent speakers. I really like them. I think they sound fabulous, especially at like lower volume. That makes a big difference when you're kind of setting the ambiance. And we had the ceremony mic'd. I've got these Shure mics now, which are super nice. No interference. They sound amazing. I can really lift the gain up. But just kind of going back to like what I'm saying, another nice thing I like. So when I set up today, I realized that the way the dance floor was and then the way the tent was, these PRXs have two slots. So they have a tilted pole hole and then a straight up and down one. And that was critical for the placement of my lights. So I use two moving heads. I mount them to the anchor points on top of the speakers. The ProRecs have just one in the middle, which is a great way to start, putting one moving head on top. And then I put two par lights on these lower anchors, 1, 2. So I've got up to 4 lights on each speaker, which I think is great. I mean, I think the totems look great, when they're like lit inside and everything, and then you put the moving head on top. But these moving heads, you can get 2 of them for like $90. It's a pretty good deal. 2 of them, they like conked out, like basically like a day apart, and I just didn't know what was going on. I took them apart, and the circuit board, the capacitor was like falling off, but it's like $2 on AliExpress, and it looks like the new ones have like a countermeasure where they like allow the circuit board to flex a little bit from the vibration. So certainly like putting moving heads on a speaker that's going to be banging away is probably not good for them, but hopefully they last a little bit longer with the countermeasure that I noticed inside the new ones, because the other ones also had like one screw that was like not in there, which I put in. So anyway, but yeah, in terms of the sound, like I actually came out on the dance floor like in one of the last songs, and I was just totally happy with the way they work. The nice thing about the PRX is, and I like 15-inch speakers. They're heavy as hell, but like I get up on the step stool to take the moving heads off first. I think that's the right way to do it, because it really does add a lot of weight. And I also, so I've got my Amazon Basic stands, which hold up to 99 pounds. These are about 60 pounds each. But I have sandbags on the legs. I think I'm gonna get like two more sandbags so I can put more sandbags. I just have sandbags on the back parts just so like if they would fall into the dance floor and not onto the table like someone who just had like can't see. But like, yeah, the wind came through tonight, and I'm happy that the speakers were fine. safety first. Oh my God, with this stuff. But the tilt function. Tilt function is a good idea when you're in a situation like this where you've got like limited clearance, or you just kind of want to point them at the dance floor and they're not going to be very high up. So, but listen, if I had it like my way, I could definitely throw like 2 subs down in the middle there. I could use my ProRec SP18Xs, which I think are great thunder rumbles, like what more do you need from a sub? And they fit in my truck, and I'm not really looking to upgrade those quite yet. It would be nice to have all JBL just so I could like use the app and everything, but I don't even know if anyone's got time for that. You know what I mean? Using the app and walking around the room and EQing and everything. But as we get more refined with this, I think I will be probably doing stuff like that, dialing in, setup and everything. But just more and more over, like there was a guy who was just kind of watching me set up. He came like an hour early and was just sitting down and watching me. And he's just like, boy, you get a workout. And I'm like, yeah. But it's worth it because, when... I'm just going to shut this light off. When you have enough of a setup, you're going to be able to have those tools to really like push it and push the people to rock out, and it's just so cool to see people who like, they don't get to the club, they don't really even maybe feel comfortable dancing. And so when you give them a chance to look at all this food, you want to take anything home? I'm taking a whole box of salad. Everything else can stay. But yeah, it's all about bringing people together through music. Actually, one guy tonight, he's like, man, I was looking around here and I was like, there is such an eclectic mix of music taste. And that's always the way it is with these private events. Like even when you get your girlfriends together or whatever, like a party I did last night, it's like one person will make a request and the next one will be like, no, shut it off. So, you got to thread the needle, and sometimes you find something that everyone kind of likes and you go with it. And sometimes you're just doing back-to-back requests that are just like all over the place. So anyway, yeah, super happy to have like taken the step to upgrade my speakers. Cost me like $1,600, paid out of the business account. Very cool. The Pro Recs were like, I think I got them for like $250 a piece or something crazy. So we move up, but it gives you sharper and sharper tools to create more and more of a vibe. And with these JBLs, I didn't need a sub today. I mean, it would have been nice to have one, but I didn't need one. And the other reason like I wouldn't have wanted one was because I was running off a single outlet all the way over there. So I ran it all the way around, 200 foot of extension cord all the way around to here. And you could see where kind of like the voltage was dropping a little bit. Like I was just kind of like losing power and you're kind of pushing things, or maybe the speakers are getting warm or whatever. Another time where I have like multiple outlets, then I kind of break my speakers up into different outlets and stuff. So, but yeah, we had people like plugging into my power strip and like charging the photographer was charging his camera and another camera and like running off my board to capture the audio for the ceremony and everything. So it's a labor of love, and it's worth it. It really is. And every time I do this, I get people coming up to me. They're like, man, you really love what you do. I'm like, I've been waiting my whole fucking life to do this. And who knew I'd be doing events? But it's like, all I want to do is DJ. All I want to do is play and mix and get people dancing and freed up. And if it means that we've got to play, David Guetta and Usher and all this like kind of radio music that everyone knows, it's a way to get people on the dance floor. And I will say, every event I get to play a few songs that are like my jams. And sometimes we get a little bit more than that from my own bag. But I play Tuesday nights, you know, at a bar, and I play my own shit. So when I got to do these private events on the weekend, it's all right. We're sowing the seeds of more and more eclectic music, deeper stuff, more complex vibes, and you know, yeah, it's gonna be great. So grateful for another event, and thank you to Kristen and Ryan, our friends, who entrusted me with this special day. Sincerely, thank you. And a bottle of water on the ground. Actually, I'd probably take that one. All right. Peace out. World peace on the dance floor.